Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy mid-June. I have a couple of greeting cards I need to make, and so I've decided to go into my Pinterest board. If you guys aren't following me on Pinterest, go on over there. This one, I'm going to put some flower patterns in here, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. These are the ones I have saved. I've got that one, that one, that one. That one kind of looks like a leaf to me. That one, that's poke root, but you can also do poke leaf. I didn't save poke leaf. This was just to remind me. And this one also kind of looks like a leaf. And then some flower patterns. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet. I'm probably going to use a combination of things. So I'm not going to show you step by step. You're just going to watch me draw. I have 67 pins in my flower pattern pins. Sorry about the glare. So I've got quite a few pinned if you want to see which ones I have pinned. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this over here. I'm going to start with this one. I have 2 graduation cards I need to do. I've already cut a piece of scrapbook paper and folded it into a card. That's not difficult, right? And then I cut a piece of paper. My first niece, well, she's actually my great niece. I think of her as a pink gal. But my second one, I think of her more of a sunny yellow. So I'm going to do that. So today I'm going to do the pink one. On the next video will be the yellow one. Excuse me, I needed a drink. My paper for this is approximately 3 3/4 by 5. So sort of a 3 by 5. Close enough. And I'm going to kind of decide how I want to do this. Do I want to make a bouquet? Like perhaps going this way. Like with a ribbon, so I can have all my stems coming out like that, like this, right? And then flowers up in here. So maybe one there, one there, one there, like a whole bunch of them. I don't know which flowers I'm going to use yet. Perhaps something like that as my kind of general game plan. Perhaps a bow or ribbon. If I'm going to do the bow or the ribbon, I have to do it first because it has to be up front. That's why I'm kind of planning ahead. Yeah, something like that. So let's start with the ribbon. Use my new pens. I like these pens. So I've got 2 college graduations this year. Or no, 2 graduations. Did I say 2 college graduations? I didn't mean 2 college graduations. 2 graduations this year. My great niece, so my oldest niece's daughter is graduating high school. It is her oldest child. And then my youngest niece is graduating college. So yes, they're not too far off in age. They're only like, what? They're like 4 years apart, 5 years apart. Something like that. What do I want to do up front here? I think I want some poke root or poke leaf sticking up here. Just like a regular bouquet would have an assortment of things in it. That's what I want to do here. Might even have some poking out the coming around the bottom maybe. Like that. That looks good. And then perhaps, come on, wake up phone. Ugh, this phone goes to sleep too fast. Maybe one of these leaves. No, not for her. That's not her. I'll do some of those, but behind. Okay, I'm going to do this flower. This one's called Prima, I think. And we're going to do it here. It's a one like that. Do you want to get closer? Let me get you closer. Okay, and then we go with a stem. That way. And then this one has petal-like things coming off of it. Like that. And like this. And then it has kind of this sort of thing happening. Coming off of it like that. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. And then we can embellish I think that needs texture. Like that. Something like that. Okay. Now, do I want another one of that one, or do I want something different? Let's do one here. This one says it's called what did that say it was called? Sinka? Sinka? Starts with one of those. And then it has a petal on the top. And then it has two more petals off like this. And then a couple more. And then two bigger ones kind of coming off like that. And then two more coming this way. Like so. Okay. And then it shows that we aura the whole thing. So we're going to need the stem. And then we aura the whole thing, including the stem. That's what that one looks like with middles. And all of those bits. Okay. What's the next one look like? This one has just a simple stem that comes up like that, and that's filled in. That's going to come down. And then it has a kind of a triangular-ish bit like that. And then it's got a piece that's kind of like that. And then kind of like this. This one's called Glory. And that one's called Glory. And then this one has little marks on the petals up here. Okay. I like that one. Let's put another one of those here. Like that. something like that. That one goes like that. And then, do we want any others? Do we want to just keep doing more of these? I think I want to just keep doing more of what I've already got. Maybe another one of these up here. Here. Something like that. And then this goes down. Here. I wish I could be at this niece's graduation. We were just visiting over this past weekend. And I asked her, so when's your graduation? She told me the date. And she, in true teenager fashion, she goes, you can come on by if you'd like. Which I thought was so sweet. Although we are like 300 miles away. So that's not going to happen. But it was really sweet the way she, well, you could come by if you'd like. Actually, she used a different term, and I don't remember. I think it was, could ride on in. I think that's what she said. You could ride on in if you'd like. She's a sweetheart. I had gifted her, she told me a story that I had gifted her a shirt that I'd purchased in Mexico several years ago. I really liked it. It was beautiful, but it just didn't fit. It didn't really fit very well when I bought it. I probably shouldn't have bought it, but then after I grew a little, it really didn't fit. It was beautiful though. It was hand painted. A black, kind of a crepey material. Not crepe. I don't know what it's. One of those materials where it's permanently like wrinkled. Whatever that is, but it was made out of black fabric, and then on top of it was painted these beautiful hand-painted butterflies. It was absolutely gorgeous, but it was just way too small for me. So I gave it to my grandniece, and she said she wore it on her first date with her current boyfriend, and because she really wanted to impress him, and she thought it was beautiful. So that is now her favorite blouse. I thought that was sweet of her to tell me that. She's such a sweetheart. I think I want something to kind of fill in. I like this one. This is a good filler. Goes like... kind of looks like baby's breath. Something like that. Yeah, that'll like fill in those spots. That's a good thing. I think it's almost time to erase my thought process as to where maybe I was going to put some of these plants. Are we done? Are we done? I think so. Okay, so now this is coming along in there, and this is going to be filled in black. Now it's time to do a little bit of deepening my lines, making some things thicker, bit of shadow, shading. I think it's time to maybe color a little bit. That's good. Okay. That works. This feels like her. She's very girly and feminine. And it's be a perfect card to send her with a little bit of money. Okay, let's do shading first. Like I said, she's graduating high school. She's the oldest of my niece's 5 children. So she's got everything from a preschooler to a high schooler. That's crazy. Her house is chaos. I love them. I enjoy spending time with them. But I also enjoy quiet time when they're gone, just because it's just chaos. Sometimes it's more than I can handle. But that's okay. You know, that's how kids are. Sometimes more than I can handle. Doesn't mean I don't love them. Her youngest is, boy, is she a whippersnapper. She is a smart little thing. She's only 4 years old and just quick on the draw. And boy, oh boy, don't say anything around her you don't want her to remember, because she remembers all sorts of things. And kids these days, my goodness, the little ones sure do know how to use a computer, don't they? Computers, iPads, tablets, all of that. It's nothing new and unique to them. It's how they've grown up. They know them. Just like intuitively, what she could do on a tablet just amazed me at the age of 4. More than I could do sometimes. It was a nice visit. Went up to visit my son, my brother and sister-in-law, and all their kids, my nieces and nephews. And that was fun. We had a good time. Good time with family. That's always the best, is when you have good time with family, isn't it? That is not... I don't think that's the blending stump I wanted to use, but that's what I pulled out. Okay. That'll work. I'm going to give this a little color too, I think. Maybe with just my... do I put watercolor on here, or do I want to put marker? I don't know. What do I want to do? Pencil? I don't feel like pencil. I don't think pencil is the right move. Watercolor might be too much. Maybe just marker. I don't really have any good alcohol markers. I'm not sure that would be the right move anyways for this. And sometimes I'm always tempted to maybe buy alcohol markers. I do have a small set of alcohol markers, but they've all dried up because I don't use them, like at all. They came in a Jazza art box, and I don't think they're going to work. Let me try. I'm going to put down a piece of scrap paper so it doesn't bleed through. Let me just see what these do. Maybe I'll use a piece of this paper. Scrap. I have a scrap piece of that paper. From the end where I cut. A scrap piece of this paper. Let me test these markers before I commit. Yeah, see, they're all dried up because I never use them. So I can just throw these away, which is sad because I know they were expensive markers, but there's nothing left in them. And I've maybe used them twice. So if you're going to buy alcohol markers, use them or lose them, because there's a whole set of Illustrator alcohol markers that are just dead. Maybe I can revive them with some rubbing alcohol. I don't know if that'll work. I do have rubbing alcohol. Let me see what happens. If I... Oop! Dropping pens on the floor. Don't do that. The floor's a long way down. What if I soak the marker in a little alcohol? No, it's still dry. I don't think that's going to work. I'd like to revive them, but I don't think that's going to work. That might work if I use... I don't know. Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm not going to throw them away yet. If you guys have an idea of what I should do with these markers, if there's a way to revive these, let me know. But they are all dry and useless to me. So that's no good. Let me just do that. Okay, that didn't work. So maybe I use these more. That's a good color. I like that color. Yeah, you can see it. Barely, but you can. What does that look like on here? Does it look like orange? It looks more like red. It looks more like red. Okay, what does the purple look like on this paper? Dark purple looks magenta. Maybe. And this light purple looks like blue. Don't like that. Don't like that. That's too much off of the color palette. What about this one? That one looks like purple. So I can do a deep purple, a lighter purple that looks kind of magenta, the orange, the pink. Okay, we'll use that as my color palette. And I don't need this piece of paper because it's not going to bleed through. That's just water-based marker. That's not going to bleed through. Let's do this. I think I want some green. Need some green for stems, but I don't want that bright, really bright green. Okay, where'd my sample page go? Do I want that? Oh, that's kind of dark. It almost looks like brown. Maybe? Okay, that one's all right. Maybe that one and that one. Okay. I am just going to lightly stem them. Wasn't sure if I'd like that, but that's okay. That looks okay. Something like that. All right. That works. I'm going to go with this kind of orangey red. Coloring part's always fun. I think I'm gonna make these this color also. But I think I wasn't gonna put yellow, but I do think I need this little pop of yellow right there. That needs some yellow on it. Is it the right yellow? No, not that one. Is this the right yellow? Yeah. Because it's kind of an orangey yellow. Was my plan to put this yellow in here? Uh-uh. It just said put the yellow. Did you hear it screaming? Did you hear the artwork screaming at me? Put the yellow. It screamed at me to put the yellow. And now I can put this pink, which is a different pink. Like that. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. I want less of a purple here. Oh, we will just go over the top with this pink color. It's got a hint of purple now. Okay, I like that better. Okay. It's more of a shadow. Like that. Okay, and then let's use this purple as a shadowing agent where I put some of that shading. Okay. And now yeah, that purple makes a good shadow. Okay. So kind of wherever I decided to shade is where I'm putting that purple. Like that. Okay, and now a bit of white highlight. sure it's well shook. I don't want it runny or watery. This is a paint marker. Okay. These guys are all shiny. All right. Oh, I like that. What's with the shiny bits? I don't know. They're sparkly. Maybe they have a little glitter. Something like that. They're just shiny. We're just going to sign it. We're going to let it dry. This is grandniece graduation card. So when it's completely 100% dry, I will use some double stick tape. I will stick it on here. Like so. Frame it out. That will look pretty. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I have one more greeting card to create today. Must get it done so that I can get them popped in the mail. I will see you guys on the next video. The next one will be a yellow background. I don't know what I'm going to color with. I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm going to use different flowers. I have no idea. I'm going to come up with it on the fly, but I do like how this one came out. And the white highlights, perfection. Really love how that came out. I will see you guys on the next video. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. Hug the people that you love, because you know what? I got a lot of hugs this weekend. Nieces, nephews, great nieces, great nephews, brother and sister-in-law, just so many wonderful hugs. It felt good. It really felt good. So go out and hug somebody today. Make the world a better place. See you guys later. Bye-bye.